WX2H.
Hey, Rich. Wow. That made my day. Rich, how the hell are you doing?
I am doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
3720 with the Martian head.
WA1STH recliner remote. Good evening.
New Jersey. Running a big, hefty 25.00 watts. Doing good. Just figured I'd tell you that you're about a 40 over here.
Well, geez, Rich. I guess the other gentleman's name is Rich as well. That's Rich WX2H over there somewhere in Union County, New Jersey. Forget exactly where, but hey, with 25 watts, I mean, are you ready for this? You've got a 52 dB SNR over here. I'm sitting back in my chair, bud, doing really well. Is anybody else copying WX2H out there? Hopefully as well as I am. This is W2BTK.
November 2, Fox, Victor. Tell me about S3, S4 here in central Pennsylvania. Over.
That's a pileup.
Wow, and November 2 FVV, another W2LI regular. Wow, this is great. It was a little bit of a pile up, but I heard both you guys.
Who won?
You did, Tommy.
This is the voice of Union in Union County.
Yeah, N2FVV. We're up here on 3885. It looks like you're a little low, maybe 3881 or 82. You slide up a little bit, it would probably help everybody out. But okay, so we've got a bunch of people on frequency here now. Let me send it. Oh, geez, I forgot to call. I guess that's the other Rich who was commenting about the boat anchor receivers. Let me send it to him and see if he's hearing all these guys, as well as I am.
Yeah, I can actually hear them pretty good. I'm in central Pennsylvania, and I'm also running a peak reading watt meter. Unfortunately, mine's an MFJ. I didn't build it myself. But yeah, I can hear everybody pretty good. Probably, the weakest one's probably S3, S4, but I can make them out pretty good. Over.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, I don't want to be like, net control or whatever. So, I'll shut up for a minute. I know Rich is in there, N2 FVV. I heard Steve key up. I heard Bob. So there's a plethora here. So I don't know how we make sense of it, but geez, I'm hearing everybody great.
N2 FVV, I worked him. He was in a B-17 bomber flying over New Jersey, and I worked him on Simplex. Very cool. Good to hear you again, George. Whiskey 2 X-Ray Golf.
Yeah, that was me, flying the B-17. I'm doing good. How are you?
Tommy? Oh man. See, that's what happens. You get the pile up and then there's dead air. But I don't know. George, I forgot your name there, George, for a minute, but it's all coming back to me. Aeronautical Mobile, that's your thing. I know I heard you running Aeronautical Mobile one of those days, and that's really cool. Let's see, I haven't heard from WX2H in a minute. He was doing well. Well, let me throw it back to him before y'all scurry away for the Martian net, because I know that's coming up.
Okay, very good. Well, you were so damn strong down here. The only thing I can attribute it to is your under the gun pole ground wire. That I certainly have mine strung out, and good for 6 dB of NVIS, straight up. So, there you go. But BTK, you're really strong. I have to say, I was just flabbergasted. Wow, what a strong signal. George, I'm hearing you pretty good. You're about 10 to 20 over, so I guess you're all hooked up, ready to go. That's end-fed long wire running, I suppose.
Yeah, I do. What's the frequency of the Martian net?
Well, it's normally 3.720. 8 o'clock on Tuesday and Thursday nights. So it has been consummated already, and now it's up on Echolink. Top Martian AC2X is actually on there right now, so if you got any way to get on, look for AC2X, and he does it on both HF and Echolink. So there you go. But George, you sound like you got that thing working pretty tight.
Yeah, I chopped another 6 inches off of the legs. It's an experiment.
Hey, everything we do is an experiment. We're ham radio operators.
Yeah, so I heard. Every 6 inches counts.
Somebody's tuning up. That's cool, I guess. Rich, just a real quick comment there. I started a thread on the QRZ forums about those damn ground radio wires underneath the low dipole, and the context of it was basically like, I don't really think that they do much. Maybe make a little bit of an improvement, but not as much as people claim, and for a few reasons. And the thread went for like 8 pages. It's a real good read. It's in the antenna section of QRZ.com forums, and if you're have a few minutes and you want some good reading, there's a lot of smart guys talking about it and the whole NVIS thing and ground conductivity and all that. But that's kind of a departure from the ground wire under the dipole. And there's a few questions that I posed in the thread where I asked, how do you determine the length of that wire? What's the difference between that wire and a normal Yagi with a reflector that's 5% longer than resonance? And how does it know if it's a director or a reflector? As it's going to be detuned when you lay it on the ground. So there's a lot of factors there, and I feel like the reason why I'm so strong, this location is unbelievable. I'm at over 1,000 foot elevation up here, which doesn't mean much on these frequencies, but it's all line of sight. There's drop-offs, everywhere around the house. There's really good ground conductivity. I don't have a ground wire underneath here. It's just good. And then the other thing is I run a low dipole, so my high angle stuff is very strong. I get a probably 5-6 dB gain from that, just from having all that high angle lobery, I guess I'll call it. My dipole's at about between 35 and 40 foot, which is really a sweet spot. And I'm running legal limit about It's right around 350 watts of carrier, peaking just right around 1,500 watts peak. So with all that stuff going for me, and it just gets out well. I get on here a lot of the time, and I'll run 25 watts like you, and I'll get 20 over S9 signal reports back. So running legal limit, I'm not surprised that I have that much in your receiver right now. But anyway, my point was that thread about the ground wire under the dipole is a super, super good read. you can find it in the antenna forum on QRZ.com. So definitely check that out. If you want to, just hear some really smart people talking about it. So let's send it back around. W2BTK on Montana Mountain in beautiful New Jersey.